Yeah. So Python is both programming and scripting language, which we already know as we were discussing. Okay. So as I said, you can't able to hear me. Please. Okay. Fine. Yeah. As we discussed, we will be starting our syllabus. This is the syllabus which we are discussing. So we'll be starting with the introduction to Python, installation. All the topics would be seeing first. Then we'll be going with the Selenium frameworks, and then API testing, real-time project, and all. Okay, this would be the procedure. So as we were discussing from quite some time, so we will be starting with the class. The class is something like basics, introduction to Python. Okay, so almost everyone in this group has basic idea about Python. So they knows what is Python, how to write the code, and how to some of the concepts of Python. But it is for everyone who doesn't have any knowledge, and who also have knowledge, they can revise it. They can get a revise. Okay, fine. So we were discussing Python is both programming and scripting language. The reason because as I said, you Python doesn't has compilation. So which we were discussing it before. So there is no compilation. Okay, there is no compilation that is required for Python. So there is only execution that is there. As you see, right, in your Java, you need to have a compilation. You have to compile the code, and then you have to run the code. But whereas in Python, you don't need to compile the code. You just need to run the code. So you need to execute the code. So that is the reason it is called as scripting. And there are a couple of scripting languages which we were discussing, like JavaScript, PHP, VB script, Ruby and Rails, Python, Perl. So all these are scripting languages, out of which Python is one. Okay. So so Python is also called as interpreted language. So we can also say it is called interpreted language. The reason interpreter. So there is something called, there are two conversions. Okay. In basically in the concept of computer languages, there are basically two types of, what do you say, two types of converters. Converter is something that will convert a language from one language to other language. Converter is something that will convert one language to other language. So if you write a code in your Java, Python, C++, whatever it is, there should be a converter required which can convert the coding that you have written to the machine level language, and it has to convert back to the English or user understandable language, so that you can able to see the output. This is what the motto of every language. So so there are two types of converters that are there as part of your computer languages. So all the programming languages has a converter called compiler. So compiler is one of the converter which will compile the code, okay, which will which will try to convert a language that is written in your coding to the programming level, so the to the user computer understandable level, okay, which is zeros and ones. You can say in particularly byte level. So again, there is something called in scripting language. All the scripting languages, there is something called interpreter. Say interpreter. Interpreter is for all the scripting languages. Got it right? For all the programming languages, compiler is there. For all the scripting languages, interpreter is there. So interpreter and scripter are two converters which will convert your language. So interpreter, what it will do, it will take every line, whatever the line you type, every line of your code is converted step by step. One by one line is converted into the machine level language which computer can able to understand. Okay, again it will try to convert back it, or it will try to make user understand what is the output is. So that is a process, that is a work of. So you can also call Python as interpreted language because it has an interpreter. Okay, what is the interpreted language? Python is also called as interpreted language. Interpreted language as it got interpreted. Okay, so I hope everyone understood, right, what do you mean by interpreted. So it is a converter. So you can say that Python interpreter is very strong. Python interpreter is very strong, which can able to understand, the code that you have written. So it should be a converter, right? It should understand, it should convert it. So that's why you can say it is very strong. So you can also say Python as an interpreted language. So as we are discussing, so I hope everyone understood, right? Python doesn't compile the code, it only executes the code. As other languages like programming languages, if you see, like C, C++, Java, okay, they will compile the code and then they will execute the code. But whereas Python will execute the code directly, because it has some scripting properties. Okay, there are certain languages which are existing like the same, like Python. All these are the same languages which has the same properties like Python. They will also know, they'll also not compile the code. Okay, so in Python the converter is called, there are two kinds of converters in the program, I mean computer languages. One is compiler, another is interpreter. So we are only discussing about interpreter here because Python has an interpreter. So the language, that's why you say Python is an interpreted language. Okay, the interpreter is nothing but a converter. It is a converter which will convert your line, step by step conversion. It will convert line by line into the machine level line. So that is the first point which we have to discuss as part of what is Python is. Okay, so as I said you, like again, Python is a dynamic type of language. The reason it is called as dynamic type, I have already said you in the first couple of classes. There is no pre-declaration of data type before any variable, okay, you are creating. So as you know that if you want to create any variable, no matter in any of the programming languages like the C, C++ or Java, you write a pattern in this way. You write the data type and then you write you say the variable equal to something. This is what you follow as a normal trend as well in your other programming languages. But when it comes to scripting languages, Python, I said, is one of the scripting languages. Along with all these things, Python is one of them. Okay, Python is one of them. So that's why if you see all the scripting languages, you don't need to create any variable. Okay, you don't need to create any data type. So you don't need to mention any data type prior to your variable. Like int a equal to 10, you don't need to say int, you don't need to say double, you don't need to say float. Okay, you don't need to say string. Nothing is required. You can directly say a equal to 20. Your interpreter, Python interpreter, has a capability to understand what kind of data type it is being declared. Okay, so it doesn't mean that Python doesn't have data type. Python has data types, but the reason you don't need to priorly declare it, or you don't need to declare it especially. Okay, so I want your participation, guys. Can you able to understand what I'm saying?
Then why is Python also called programming language?
Because it can able to do the same. Programming is basically what is meant by programming. So programming is basically used to create some of the web applications in a particularly called. Okay, so it can able to program, you can able to program using Python as similar as your Java. You can able to write, you can use it as a backend language. Okay, so you can also write as a backend language. So what I mean to say here is scripting, it has more features of scripting, it has more features as scripting. So there is no wrong in saying Python programming or Python scripting. Okay, got it, right?
Yes.
So there is no wrong in saying, people don't get confused or don't get anything. You can also write the scripts. So it is a programming is basically, scripting is something that is on top of your program. You can say, got it, right? It has the both properties of programming and scripting. Programming is basically used to create the applications. Okay? When you want to create any application, you write some, use some programming line. So Python can do that as well. Okay, so and also it can able to write, use as a script. It can be also used as a script. So the properties of that is also been taken up. So as I said you again, open source and portable. So Python is open source and Python is portable. Portable means it can be used in any platform, any operating system, especially like Windows, Linux, Solaris, Mac, whatever the operating system you take. You have a different ways of installation, but it can be worked. So you, that what I mean to say here is Python can be can be used in any operating system. That is a one better thing that we have, and it is a open source. So you don't need to pay any amount for installing or doing anything. you can directly go as Java, as similar as Java. Java is also open source, so you can directly go and download the Python. So this is the third point. So in the third thing, Python is both object oriented and procedure oriented. So as we are discussing, Python is both object oriented and procedure oriented. So the reason it is called Python is both object oriented and procedure oriented, because you can write a code, okay, with both procedure oriented way and object oriented. So if you construct Java is a complete object oriented. You cannot even write a system.out.println without creating a class. So you need to have a proper, you need to have a proper syntax that has to be followed, okay, when you are writing a code in Java possible, okay. But whereas in Python, you can use the same, you can create any code or you can create any program that you can able to represent in a object oriented way or in a procedure oriented. So you can use any way. There is no there is no restriction for you mentioning that you have to use in this way. So that's up to you. So that is the reason Python is both object oriented and procedure oriented language, okay. Which, so unlike like other languages, Python will not demand you. See, if I want to say, if I want to create a variable int a equal to suppose 10, and if I miss giving my semicolon, I'll get an error, okay. But in Python, if you say a equal to 10, it doesn't matter if you give a semicolon or not. If you give also, no problem. If you don't give also. So it is such a simple language, it can make user to make use of the language. It doesn't demand you, or it doesn't make you say, okay, this is a complete syntax you have to follow in this way. If you miss even a single thing in that, you'll get it. So there are some easy ways compared to any other language that is existing in the market in the whole world. Python will give you that easy ways, okay. You can easily write it, you can easily, if you know English, so you can easily relate with Python. So such a simple language was created, okay, for everyone who wants to start their career. They can easily take up this course, and it can do big things. It can do all the big things like any other uh, difficult programming languages, if you, I mean, if you say. So like Java, if you see like Java, it can able to do the same activities of what Java can do. So in a simple way, in a easy way, in a user understandable way. So that is a major thing that Python is more popular in the market. So why Python is being considered more? Because it is simple, can be easily understandable for every user, and it can do big things. It can do great things that like other programming languages, which are seems to be difficult, or which are been claimed to be difficult. So this is what actually. Okay. So yesterday I think I have clearly explained you. I think yesterday I have clearly explained you something called installation of Python. So is that fine? So everyone is okay with that? How to install Python? Hello, please speak out. Please speak out, everyone.
Oh, we are getting like I'm getting one console.
Yeah, when you just go to Google, I mean, go to the search and type Python, and type Python, you should get IDLE Python 3.8.4. This is for my version. If you're installing any other version, you will get that version. Okay, if your system is got it right, it should be open. If you're getting something like this, then that means you are into the right installation. Okay, I said you right, step by step. See, you can write your code directly. You can write a print statement.
Yes, I'm getting this shell command window. I'm
Yeah,
getting.
yeah. So then you're right. Then you're right. If you're getting this one, then you're right. That means you have installed properly. Okay. So try executing the code. Okay. This is nothing but it's a default ID. IDE is nothing but it's a place where you write your code and you execute your code. So you're writing your code and you're executing. So it has a property to understand the language. So it has an interpreter. It can able to understand it. So you have multiple IDEs. You have PyCharm. You have different IDEs which are existing in Python. We will be seeing all the IDEs later on in the later stages. What are the IDEs existing? How to write the code in different IDEs, and all that will be seen as part of you know in the later stages. Okay, mostly we'll be working on PyCharm. As soon as the basics are completed, we'll be mostly working on PyCharm, which was again Python IDE. It's a different. Okay, got it right?
I think it is the issue with the 3.9. While installing 3.9, I'm getting only this command.
What command you are getting?
Python run command window only I'm getting.
No. You have to go to the search and you have to type. You have to go to the search and type Python. Type Python. When you go to search, you type Python. You will get something like this. I think you are saying this one you are getting, but you are
Yes,
supposed
that
to
is.
get this one. You have to get this one. You have to get. You are getting this one.
No, I didn't get it.
No, you should get it. Just type ideally. Otherwise, if you are not getting, then type ideally. Okay.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah. So everyone, I want everyone to be ready with this installation. Or you want me to explain again? Are you getting right? Can you able to Can you able to? Are you there? Are you there?
Yes.
Hello. Yeah, you can able to see my screen.
Yes.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
actually,
No RS.
no.
We are able to see your screen.
It's displaying Selenium with Python online demo.
Okay. Yes. Now.
Now we are able to see.
Yes.
What is
So
PIP?
PIP is nothing but Python index package. Okay. It is nothing but it is a location, or you can say in a simple language for your understanding, it is a repository where all the packages or all the modules that are there in Python will be stored. So you need to, if you want to install any package or any module that is the part of Python, you need to say the command pip install and whatever the module you want to install. So that module will be installed as part of pip. So all the modules that are there in Python will be stored as part of pip. Okay. So
But
Python
we are
index
not
package.
okay, sir. But we are not going to use it, right? Only we will use.
No, we are not
IDE.
going to use it. It is just for our purpose of installing the modules.
Okay.
We are not
Okay,
use. It is no. I mean, it is nowhere used for us in terms of like like a module usage. We don't use it.
okay, sir.
Yeah. So let me just go and make you understand the stuff over here. So you can able to see my screen, right? So I can able to create any variable. You see my print statement, I can write multiple print statements. See in the print statement, you write print like this in Python. Okay, you don't need to say printf or system.out.println. You just directly say print of. Okay, whatever you want to say, you can say here. Hello world, the first program that we say generally. Yeah. Otherwise, you can use single quotations. You will not get error. See. Okay. In the first time I have used double quotations. Second time I'm using single quotations. Still I don't get any error. I got output. Now you see, I will try to use the triple quotations. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hello world. I'm just writing some print statement, whatever it is. See, I didn't get any error till now. So, okay. Print again. I'll say with double quotations. I'll say hello world. This time I will be using the semicolon. Still I didn't get any error. You got it right. You got it right. So you can use a simple language in this many ways. You can use a simple language in this many ways. So what I mean to say here is very clearly. So it will not restrict you to write in your own way. It will try to give you that easiness. Okay. I hope you are getting right. So there is no wrong in writing any print statement in all these things. Are you getting right? You cannot do this same in other languages. If you miss a small thing with anything, you'll get error. I hope you're getting right. Please speak out now. Anyone? Please speak
Yes.
out. Anyone? Yeah.
Yes.
So I want guys. I want to be very clear with this concern. So I want everyone to be more attentive from the class we are starting, because today is the class actually supposed to be started. Okay. So I want a complete interaction class. It is not just a one-way class, because I don't want. I'm such a guy. I'll be conducting you literally. I'll be conducting the questions. I'll be sharing you the questions. I'll be passing you the interview questions which are asked. So I want you to make sure. I want to make sure that you're really on time. I mean, on the syllabus, you're working as per the process. Okay. So I don't want someone to just come and listen class and then go away. So this is not the thing which we are expecting. I want everyone to be very, very attentive to the class. And second step, I want everyone to prepare whatever been said in the class on that. So this is the two things that you have to be very, very strong with that. Okay. So I hope you're clear, right? I hope you're clear, right? So
Yes.
this is the first time I want a complete interaction class. This is an interaction class. If you can have any doubts, you can ask me. If you want anything extra, you can ask me. Okay. So I want interaction class. Please respond to what I'm saying. If you have any questions, you can ask me right away. Okay. So interaction is very, very important. One-way teaching is not actually preferred. One-way teaching will be there for if it is a recorded or something. One-way teaching will work out. But if it is something a live session, one-way teaching is not preferred. Okay. Just say response yes, no, no, yes. Any question you can ask. That's all. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, how to clear that this console, sir?
Yeah. So fine. So we will be discussing about multiple things. We'll be discussing about we'll be discussing about multiple things. We'll be discussing about yeah. We'll be discussing about now the variables. Okay. So if we consider the variables, so this is just a sprint statement that we have seen. If we consider the variables, so in Python, you can declare a variables in multiple ways. As I said, you don't need to say directly int or float. You can directly declare a variable. Suppose like this, a equal to 10. If I want to know what is a, I can directly get it, a equal to 10. So see how simple it is. There is no much syntax required here, as it is been shell. Shell is, so it's a scripting, so you can directly run it in the shell. Okay, you're getting it right. You can get, if you can create a variable with the float also, something like this. You can retrieve it. If you want to create any variable, if you want to create any variable like a string variable within the double quotations, you can declare that variable equal to something like this. Okay, so you can get that variable. See, this is a simple way. You don't need to do much complexity over here. You just need to create a variable with the variable name equal to whatever you want to represent. It can be an int, it can be a float, it can be a string, whatever it is. So it will be considered in Python. So what is the meaning of here is, you don't need to say any pre-declaration as you say it in Java or other languages. So this is a simple way you can able to create a variable in Python. So the same way you have created, right? You have created in this way in order to retrieve. If you want to create a variable, you can also create in other way. You can also say a comma, b comma. You cannot do it in other languages, but whereas because they both are, all these are different data types. But in Python you can do it. See 10 comma 20.2 comma Nikhil. So the same thing which I have declared here, okay, which I have mentioned here, is the same thing here. I hope you are getting right. Okay, now I can retrieve A, I can retrieve B, I can retrieve C. Are you getting what I am saying? You can
Yes.
declare a variable like this. You can also declare, because Python doesn't care about data types. So it doesn't mean you have to declare, with the data type declaration. You can directly declare like this. Okay. But whereas in other languages, it's not possible, because int, you cannot say int comma int a float and then string cannot be provided at the same time. And if you want to declare a same variable, suppose if I want to declare some value to a variable, okay, so I can say this way. So if I want to declare 10, so I don't need to say a equal to 10, b equal to 10, c equal to 10. I can directly say a equal to b equal to 10. So if I can retrieve a, b and c. I hope you are getting right.
Yes.
So this is other way where we can able to
Can we write a comma b comma c equal to 10?
no. How many variables you are providing, that equal values you have to provide.
Okay.
Are you getting right?
Yes.
How many variables you are giving, that equal values you have to provide. Okay. Okay. Fine. So this is the different ways where we can able to create. This is the different ways we can able to create. So can I say something like if equal to 100? Can I say if equal to 100? Is it the right way to declare a variable?
No.
Why? Why? Can you know? Can you tell me?
If is a keyword.
Yes.
Can't.
Yeah, you can't give it. So there are certain things. Can I say like from equal to 4 equal to 100? No, right?
No.
So we need to know the proper way. We need to know what can be given as a keyword. I mean, what can be given as a variable, what cannot be given as a variable. So it doesn't mean that we can provide anything as a variable. Okay. Can I say that? Can I say this one? Can I define 822 equal to 200? Is it a right way of declaration? Tell me yes or no, whatever it is.
Yes.
It's not a problem.
No, sir.
No, yes, no, yes. Okay. So it can be given, it can be provided. Can I say equal to 100? Can I say this one?
Yes.
Right? Can I say this one?
No.
Huh? Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes.
This underscore,
sir.
right?
Yeah, underscore 1, 2, 3 equal to 100.
No.
Yeah. Why no?
It should be
It can be given.
combination of alpha.
It can be given. See, I'm getting 1, 2, 3. What is the output? You got 100. See, there are certain rules. So what you understood here. So from this, what we understood here is, so some people say yes, some people say no. The reason because we need to know the rules. There are certain rules that are being provided as part of Python. They are called as identifiers. Okay. So there are certain identifiers which are being provided, which can be given for a class, for a function, for a variable. Okay, in Python. So you have to only make sure that you're following your code is, I mean, your variable is falling in that category. Okay, whether you're creating the identifier accordingly. So we have to understand. So there are certain answers from you. Some people say yes, some people say no. But see, what is exactly the right and what is exactly wrong? So let us actually see the rules. Let us see the rules. By understanding the rules, then we can able to we can able to say any variable that is been provided, or any class or any function that is been provided, whether it is it can be considered or it is a proper identifier or not. Okay. So what is nothing but identifier? What is identifier? Identifier are basically rules to define the class, functions, and then variables. Okay, right, this point of time it is variables. Okay, okay, this is right. This is right. People say wrong, but it is right. It can be given. It can be given in Python. See, I said underscore underscore 1 2 3. I got 100, right? If it is wrong, it should not be provided. See, if I say if equal to 100, I'll get an error. Or else if I see 1 2 something equal to 1 2 3, I'll get an error. Syntax error, invalid syntax. So why you are getting this error? Let's see the rules so that okay, we can understand whether we are into the proper way or not. So there are majorly 4 rules which are being considered as part of your Python. Okay, there are majorly 4 rules which are very important, and they are being considered as identifiers. So okay, there are 4 rules. What are that 4 rules? Is first rule, Python is a case sensitive. You can interchange the case. You cannot interchange the case. What is it? You cannot interchange the case. What do you mean by that? Is if I have declared a equal to 100, okay, and if I am trying to print capital A, will it take it? No, it will not take it. It's saying that in name error, A is not defined. So A is not defined because small a is defined, capital A is not defined. It is not wrong to retrieve it, but it is not supposed to be retrieved because it is not declared it. If I say capital A equal to 10, sorry, if I say capital A equal to 10 and if I print capital A, that's fine. But whereas small a equal to 10 and print capital A, it is not fine. So the thing what they are saying, Python is case sensitive. You cannot interchange the case. That is the first step which we have understood. Okay. So Python is purely case sensitive. You cannot change small letters to capital letters to don't provide any small letters in the declaration and then try to retrieve the capital letters. It is not possible in Python. That is a meaning of that. Second thing, you cannot use any special characters except underscore. That is what it is said. Okay, that is what it is said. So what do you mean by that? Is you cannot say a at the rate 1 2 3. These are all special characters. At the rate, exclamation, okay, hash symbol, dollar symbol, percentage symbol, cap symbol, ampersand symbol, star symbol. Okay, all these are special characters. Okay, got it right? You cannot use any special character except underscore in Python. That is the thing they are saying. See, you got again a syntax error. Cannot assign the operator. Understood, right? You cannot use any special character. You cannot use dollars. You cannot use as symbol. Okay. Anywhere you cannot use as symbol. You cannot use any other symbols. Okay. You cannot use any other symbols which cannot be considered. Okay. Got it, right? You cannot able to create any symbols which is a part of this. This is not been considered as a variable. So except underscore. So in the previous example, I said underscore underscore 1 2 3. Okay. Underscore underscore 1 2 3 means underscore can be considered. So underscore can be considered and it can be provided anywhere. Suppose I say underscore ABC equal to 1000. Yes, this is right. Okay, you can say ABC underscore equal to 1000 or 500, something like this is right. Underscore can be given as a variable. Okay, you can only say underscore equal to 1000. Is it right? Yes, got it right. You got it right. But no one
Yes.
gives. That is a stupid way of representation. No one gives. Okay, I'm saying that there is a possibility. See, possibility doesn't mean that we have to provide everything. There is a possibility. So what I am saying here, except underscore, you are not supposed to provide any special character. That is the second rule that is saying. What is the second rule saying? It is saying us, except underscore, we are not supposed to provide any special characters. And underscore can be anywhere. Underscore can be anywhere and any number of times. You can give 100 times underscore. You can give 1 time underscore. You can give anywhere after characters, after digits. No one cares about it. So, but it will make sure that whether underscore is existing. If it is existing, it will claim out. Except underscore, if any other things are there, it will not consider it. I hope you are getting right.
Yes.
Clear, right, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, that's speak up, no? Other people speak up, no? Yeah, fine. Yeah, fine. So The third step, what it is saying, you can see third step what it is saying. Numbers cannot come at the starting character. Characters or underscore can come. So I have to give a comma here. What is it means? You cannot use any numbers. You cannot say 1 ABC. This is wrong. 1 is called a number. What is called 1, 2, 3? All these are digits or numbers. You cannot say anything, any number in the starting. Okay, it is wrong. It is a indirect sentence. You can use numbers after characters. A, B, 1, 2, 3. This is right. You can use numbers as soon as the characters is provided. This is right. You can use numbers after underscore. This is right. Okay. Okay, but you cannot use numbers first. The previous example, that is what we are given. I hope you understood, right? We just said underscore 1, 2, 3. This is right, which we discussed. Okay.
Yes.
Are you getting right? You are getting. You should be very strong with the the rules. Once you know the rules, you can do whatever. You can able to easily recognize what is what. So numbers should not come first. It may underscore can come first. Okay. Numbers should not be the first letter. It should not be the first character. Number should not be the first character. So it can be a character. It can be a character, or it can be a alphabet, or it can be a underscore, whatever it is. But it should not be a number. That is a first. That is a rule which is been again considered. So then coming to the fourth rule, you cannot use any keyword as an identifier. This is the main thing which I said. You cannot use. There are multiple keywords in Python. You cannot say if equal to 100, okay, or for equal to 1000, okay. You cannot say del equal to 200. Del is a keyword again. 100. You cannot use any of this. If you want to know how many keywords, what are the keywords in Python, import keyword. What you need to say? Import keyword dot kw list. What is this? Kw list. You will get all these are keywords. Okay. False, none, true. We will see all of this. We'll see major of this whenever it is required or whenever it is being used. We'll see if, we'll see while, try, written, lot of things we'll see. Whenever it is being used in our coding, we'll be seeing about this. Okay. You cannot use
Total
anything out of
33, sir.
Sorry.
Total 33 keywords.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, you cannot use, no matter how much count it is. So you cannot use anything as a keyword. You cannot use anything from this as a keyword. Okay. You are not supposed to use anything as a the identifier. Identifier cannot be used over here. So this is a major thing that you have to understand. See, I will be giving you less. What do you say? I will be giving you less code and more practical thing. So less theory and more practical part, because in companies you are not kids, to write theories, and I'm not a kid to, I'm not a normal what do you say faculty to just say the theory part. It is doesn't really works out in real time. In companies doesn't work out. In companies only the programming and your capability to debug the code works out. Okay, so the way we'll see how to do it on more practical understanding rather on theoretical way, how to do on more practical way. Okay, got it right what I'm saying? So we'll see everything as part of with examples, with try to understand it rather than just keeping it in a practical definitions and all. We are not supposed to see that theoretical understanding, only the practical way we'll see, which is actually required for IT employee. Okay, because no one asked in interview, brief me something about this. They'll ask you, please implement this program. Okay, that is what we should really understand, or we should really come out to that thing as a college. When you are into college, you have to come out of that and you have to see what is required, what is being expected by the market. Okay, so now
I have a doubt. Is there any length limit or something for variable or identifier?
no, your voice is not clear.
Is there any length limit?
Is there any
Length limit.
length keyword?
No, sir. Length limit. Is there any length limit about this one?
No, there is no length limit for your for your integer. You can give any length limit for your integer. Got it right? In Python, there is no length. You can provide any length. You can provide any length of variable declaration. But that is not a right practice, right? You can, there is no limit for it. But it doesn't mean that for even declaration of variable, you will give a very unlimited length. So that is just a rule. That is a rule that's up to us to use it. That is not a good practice to give a huge length. So better I prefer if you're using a proper way, use both the characters and variables. Suppose a1 equal to 100, a2 equal to 100. If you have multiple characters, okay, 200 or 300. So this is a right practice. Right practice is like using both characters and numbers. I mean, if you require it. Otherwise, you can directly create some a equal to b equal to something like that. So there is no such rule or there is no such limit. You can provide any limit, but that is not a right practice at any point of time. Okay. Yeah. So next, coming to the literals. So next topic
Sir,
is
are
coming
you
to the
going to share this notepad document?
Sorry.
For a better practice, are you going to share this notepad document along with these examples what you have shown now?
No. That team, you have to please ask the Durga sir. Okay. Once they say, I'll share it. So what they will thinking, what they are asking me is like, just wait until the batch is confirmed. So you can please talk with them. If they ask me to, I'll send it.
Okay.
Yeah, please talk. If anything regarding, I think recording will be shared, but document wise and all, you can please try to talk with them. They want to, if they ask me to share, I'll share it. No worries for me. Okay. Thank you. So coming to the literals. So what do you mean by basically a literal is? See, if you want to open like this, you can open it. There is something called literals. So we have clearly provided, we have clearly known what is a variable, how to give a variable properly, like underscore a equal to 1000 and all these things. But let's see how to give the value. See, this part we have completed. Let's see what is actually the possible values for a variable or for a class, for a function. I hope you are getting right. What is actually the possible values in Python? Okay, whether I can give an integer or whether I can give a string. Okay, I can say like a equal to Nikhil. Whether I can give something else, whether I can give a equal to 2 plus 3j, which is a complex number. Is it possible in Python? Okay, whether I can give some double variable, like dot something, sorry, a big variable, I mean which is having very good huge length. Okay, or can I float variable, more decimal value, you can say double. So can I give something like a long integer, which is a very huge integer? Okay, so can I give something like anything that is can I give some variable like none? Okay, can I give some variable like true, false? So all these are things. Okay, I will explain about ABCDE. Okay, you can provide all these things as a values. Okay, you can provide all these things as a values, and we will see step by step. Got it right? All these things can be considered as values. So how all these things can be considered as values and all, we'll see. Okay. Okay, you can provide some variable equal to directly none, that is been that can be considered. You can directly provide a variable equal to true. Okay, you can be able to create a variable equal to false. You can able to create a variable, okay, like this. These are called boolean literals. How do you do that and all, we'll see. What is that, what is this, and we'll see. Okay, let's get back to the literals. Literals are what? Literals are nothing but they are the rules to define the values. Okay, what are literals? Rules to define the identifier rules. So they are rules to define the class variables and function. These are nothing but how exactly the identifiers are being defined. Okay, So that identifier values has to be value to the identifiers. There are rules to define value to the identifiers. So whatever the identifiers we have taken, so this part we have seen, right? This part what should be properly we have seen, right? So this part what can be provided or what are possible things that we are going to see. Okay, they are called literals. Okay, so in Python there are, I mean, if you say it is a literal, there are multiple types of literals that are existing. Okay, out of which we will be seeing numeric literals. First thing is numeric literals. Second is string literals. Okay, then third is special literal. Okay, special literal, and then Boolean literals. These are four. These are four existing as part of. Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah. So there are four literals: numeric, string, special literal, and then Boolean literals. Okay, got it right? Boolean literals. So what is a numeric literal? Numeric literal is nothing but anything that is a numerical declaration. Like, you know, you can provide integer, you can provide a float, you can provide tuple, whatever you want. You can also provide something called complex number. Okay, in Python, complex number is also being considered. So there is something called long integer, okay, which is not there in 3.x version, all the 3 versions. Okay, so 1 minute. Okay, so so you can also provide integer, float, and then complex. So what do you mean by complex in Python is complex variable is something like this. Anything that is in the form of a plus bj, a plus b capital J or small j. It can be a small j or capital J. I don't care when it doesn't care. Okay, so small j or capital J is being considered as a complex number in Python. Okay, a is called the real part and b is called the b is called the imaginary part. Okay, you can declare a plus bj. That means you can define a2 plus 3j. 2 and 3 can be anything, or you can say 2.5 plus 3.5j. Okay, there is no problem. Small j or capital J, no worry. You need to know the rules. That's all. You can say 2 plus 10j, or you can only say 2 plus 0j. That means there is no imaginary part here. Okay, so all these things are possible. Complex numbers. Okay, they can be considered. The format of complex number should be a plus b capital J or small j. Okay, so that can be considered in Python. If you want, you can see it. So I can define a variable. I have already shown you defining the variable, b equal to something like 20.3666. Okay, this is possible. Okay, you can create a complex number. Complex number is a plus bj, 2 plus 3 capital J. Okay, if I see what is c, 2 plus 3 small j, it is taking. So small j or capital J it will consider. So that doesn't make a problem. Okay, you can also say 2, c equal to 2, or you can say complex of 2. So I'm just making to convert the integer into the complex. If I say c, it will give me 2 plus 0j, because 2 is having only the real part, it doesn't have imaginary part, so it is taking as 2 plus 0j. 0j means there is no complex part in this part. I hope you're getting right, everyone.
Yes.
Clear, right, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So you should be very clear with it. So next, coming to in the numeric literals, all this can be considered. integer float. You already know integer float providing and all. So float value, so no matter how much you are giving, one more thing is there. Suppose I am saying d equal to some float value, okay, some the big value which is more than 15 characters. See, I got, okay, otherwise I'll say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18. Okay, 18 I have given. So that means 15th is 4. I think 4 is the 15th one. So see, if I single statement, oh, did I, oh, sorry, I have written in double statement. Okay, then 10.123. So 18 characters I have given. If I take D, it will only take 15, up to maximum 15 it took. Got it right? It took out, it took where? It took up to maximum. Got it right? What is this? 1 2 3 4 6 7 1 2
It
3
took
4
up
5. Huh?
it took up to 16 characters because see from 1
Yeah,
to 9.
yeah. So it took up to how many? Up to 15 characters. It will not take after 15 characters. So that is again a limitation. You can, no matter how much big you are provided, it will take up to 15 characters. Okay, clear, right? Fine. So next we'll see. Next we'll see string literals. In string literals, you can provide string literals in multiple ways with a single quotation, single quote, double quote, and triple quote. Okay, you can able to give triple quotations also. You can provide a string in single quote, double quote, and triple quote. So what does it mean? So I can declare a string, suppose like this. If I want to declare a string, suppose Python, I can declare with double quotations. Any string is declared like this: a variable equal to double quotations of that characters. That means it is considered as a string in Python. You don't need to specially declare string s equal to double quotations of something, like unlike in Java or other languages. You can directly say like this. You can also say it the same way with single quote Python. Okay. Okay. You can also say the same thing with triple quote Python. Okay. All this been considered, but triple quotations is basically used whenever you are writing multiple lines, normally not a single line. Okay. Again, the reason here it is coming as because I've already provided the triple quote. I have to close it either. Okay, then I can say a equal to. Okay, this is also be considered. Okay, this is also being considered. I'm just copying it and I'm just pasting there out. Okay, you can also declare triple quotation. Basically, the reason they go for triple quotation, single and double quotation, if you want to declare any variable in one line. So in a single line, if you want to declare any variable, this is, please don't understand another way. This is any variable I'm providing. In a single line, you will go with single or double quotations. Okay, single or double quotations. But if you want to declare any variable with multiple lines, so you'll go for triple quotations. Okay, like this. If you want to declare any variable with multiple lines, you'll go for triple. Single and double will not allow you to write multiple lines. Got it right? You cannot go for next line to write a variable, to write a value for a variable in double or single. But whereas in triple, we can write multiple lines. I hope you understood, right? What I mean? Clear, right? Clear, right?
Yes.
If you try to do the same thing in single or double, you'll get an error. See, single quotation, I'm going to a next. It will give me, it is not taking as this one. The color is changed. So this is not considered. If I try to print it, I'll get an error. See, if I try to do the same here, I'll get an error. I'll show you in particular. A equal to, I'll say single quotations or double quotations. Okay, I'm going down. I'll get an error. I cannot move one step down. Okay, but whereas if you are giving triple quotations, you can give any steps down. Okay, any new line character can be provided. I mean, you can take any lines. So this is the difference. If you print EA, you will get all these things in one line. Take meters, next line. Okay. So this is where you can able to provide. So in string literals, you can provide single quotation, double quotation, triple quotations. So single quotation and double quotation for single line declaration, I mean value providing, and then triple lines for multiple lines. So there is something called special character, special literals in your Python. That special letter is nothing but none. You can define any variable equal to none. You can define something like C, A equal to none. This is right. There is no problem. Capital N, you should not create your own way. Don't say small NONE and that is not working. So it should be capital NONE. So that means there is no value declared to it. Okay? There is no value declared to it. That is nothing but when you want to define anything with no value, you can directly say A equal to. Just create a variable and don't declare, don't provide any value to that. You can define none. And this is nothing but a special letter. This is also allowed in as part of Python. You can also provide a value which is equal to none. Okay, and top of it, you can also provide any value which is equal to capital TRUE. Small TRUE will fall. So you should be very strong. The first character should be capital letters. So you can also define any variable with capital or F. These are called Boolean literals. What is this? What are Boolean literals? Boolean literals are something capital TRUE or FALS. So these are defined basically if you want to define any variable that is been initialized or that has been considered as a true statement or a true variable or for a true case, then you can define any variable equal to. Okay, so got it right? Okay.
Why is
So
none
why is none?
used? Like where it is used?
No,
Or
normally where it is used, you mean to say normally it is used for any variable, like it cannot be very particular. We cannot say exactly in very exact particular it is used, but it can be used for all the things where you don't want to declare any value for it. Many cases it will be defined as none. See, I don't want to do any implementations. I just want to, I'll show you whenever it's required or whenever it is whenever we are using it, I'll show you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else? Okay. So these are the things that we have to consider as part of our returns. So I think today it's fine. It's fine for today. Tomorrow we'll be seeing data types and all everything clearly. So I hope everyone is now clear with things, right? If I give you questions, can you say me? I'll just give you provide you questions and tell me whether everything is right or wrong. Okay. Tell me now. Tell me now.
One question.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Tell me question first.
So what kind of applications basically this Python will be using?
No, what kind of application we are using or what kind of application we are automating?
Like this is a programming and scripting language,
No,
right?
we can build applications. We have, if you want to create any web applications, develop any web applications, you have something called Django, which is a framework as part of Python. So you can build any application using Django. If you want to automate, you can able to automate it. If you want to use like normally if you want to script anything like Unix shell scripting and all the other scripting functionals, you can able to connect. There are multiple modules. You can able to write a script away. Okay, so script is basically, and it's a top of your programming language. You can say that it is a hook. It is a hook on top of your program. So script is nothing but it is on top of an existing programming. So you can do all the functionalities that programming language can do in Python. Okay, you can build applications, you can create the application, web applications and all that stuff. Okay, like you have in Java Spring Hibernate. In Python also you have some framework called Django, which is for development. Okay.
Okay, so we can automate any application using Python, right? You meant to say?
Any web applications, we can able to automate any web application using Python. Okay, like Java, as similar as.
Oh, okay.
Okay, any web applications with Selenium, Python. So that is what our syllabus is on. We'll consider some application and we'll see how to automate it end to end by that end of this course. Okay, so we are going with the syllabus process, as we know that syllabus is said to be like this. Initially, basics of Python, we'll complete all these things, then we'll move into Selenium and we'll be seeing the complete end to end of Selenium.
So are we doing UI automation and API automation?
API automation also I'll be teaching you after the UI and after our main syllabus is completed. So if the time permits, and I mean, no matter if time permits, I'll be teaching you. No worries. Yeah, I'll be teaching API also, API testing also, API automation
Because
also. This is an
I'm
extra add-on.
okay. I'm looking for API testing
also.
also. That's why.
Okay. See. Actually, it is a complete UI testing syllabus, Selenium with Python, and the extra thing what we are providing is we are teaching Python, which is extra thing. We are also teaching API, so which is extra thing. So we are teaching two different courses separate. API is a different course as normally. So we are teaching including two different courses as part of it. Okay.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. So that's what I want to mention you. So we are including, every time we are including two different separate courses as again a part of. I don't want to consider it as a different. Okay, fine. Fine guys. Yeah, tell me, is it possible what I have provided here? Just say me yes or no. Yes or no.
Yes.
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 Yeah, I'll be doing one thing. I'll be just providing you. Just tell me yes or no. True, false, true, false. Let's just check it.
Yes. No. Oh, yes.
No.
No, tomorrow there is no class. Please talk with the team. Okay, this is the Durga sub team. Tomorrow there is no class. Again Monday, Saturday, Sunday is considered is holiday in Durga sub. Okay, there is no class tomorrow.
How long will the course be for?
Yeah, the course will be for 35 days, 30 to 35 working days, excluding Saturday, Sunday.
And
No,
the timing?
better I can take means I can take it, but there won't be any link provided to me and you. I hope you are getting right. Sometimes we'll take a separate class, Zoom meetings and all. There will not be link provided where you and me can join because I have a limited access. As you have the same access I have. I don't have any extra access. Okay, even I have to join a meeting that has been what do you say been started from the team. So I don't have any extra access.
Okay.
We'll take it. We'll take some days. We'll take some days at some point of time whenever required. Okay.
Morning, it's only at morning 7:30 a.m. right? Every day?
No. We will after 1 week we will try to make it possibly to some next thing. So not exactly 7:30 because it is very early morning for me because we stay late night sometimes in office work and all. We'll just half an hour, little half an hour, exchange, not much exchange for people who can really, on-site and all people are there, right? Some people who are from on-site and all, for them also it won't be problem. So I will make sure that there is no problem for everyone. Okay. So just half
So
an
it
hour
will
does really
be
doesn't make.
only 7:30 to 8 anytime in between because
Yeah.
it will be difficult if it is beyond 9 with the office and everything else, right?
Yes. Fine. Yeah, I think whether you're saying or not. Yeah, 5 days in a week actually is the syllabus content. Okay, 5 days in the December. Yeah, means by December. See, 5 days in a week, consider it as 35 working days. Then you can make it 35 to 40. See, 1 week here and there it goes. We cannot say exactly what is the timing. So you make sure that in a average preparation or average consideration of 40 days, 40 working days. Sometimes if you want to complete the whole syllabus very soon, then we can plan it accordingly. See, we cannot say anything now. That depends on that point of time, where are we and how we are completing the stuff. Okay, we cannot exactly say. Sometimes I may be on leave. Sometimes you may be not attending. So there will be like conflict. So we have to check according and we have to work coordinatively. Okay, you and me has to work properly so that we can achieve the things what we discussed. Okay, what we are planning out. Okay,
Do we get to
so
do
as
a
we go
project?
down the line. Okay, sorry.
Do we get to do a project?
Yes, I'll give you a real-time project. I'll explain you all the frameworks. So combining all the frameworks, we can create a small project. I mean, that can be considered. I'll explain you how to attend the interviews, how to crack the interviews, how to create the resume and all. I'll be explaining you all the process. Okay, what kind of
Because
question they'll
I'm
ask?
looking for experience, hands-on experience for a project.
That is what we are going to see. That is what we are going to see. Hands-on experience only we are going to see. Okay, this is just a basics thing. We are going to see that. We are going to. I'll be asking everyone on hands-on experience. API not required. I'll not be teaching API project. I'll be only teaching a very UI project, which is our syllabus basically. API complete end to end. I'll be discussing how to work on multiple things.
API you will be teaching, but there will be no project. You're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So see, this is again an add-on. API testing itself is an add-on to the course. I'll say you. See, I will say you how to create. I'll say you how to create, but maybe in the class, if time permits, we'll see. It doesn't mean that I'll not give the time permit. See, it is. I'm providing you almost every every extra topics along with Selenium. The time permits, we'll see.
Okay. Weekends also, if possible, you can take, like, I'm available.
Yeah. See, what I'm saying, it is not that we cannot skip it on weekends. We will take on skip weekends. Okay. As per everyone's availability. See, it is not my own intention and your own thing. So we will try to make on everyone's word and everyone's what is feasibility. Everyone feasibility is important, not one or you or mine or yours. So if everyone is fine with that, everyone is okay on the timings and on the days, so we can proceed. So we create a WhatsApp group as we progress, and then we'll be discussing on day-wise topics. Okay, what we'll be discussing over there. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks a lot. So please try to prepare it. Any question you can reach out to me. Thank you guys. Go through the video which I have shared it today. Thank you. Thanks a lot.